Hi, everyone, and welcome to Level Up. We got a quick short for you today. I'm going to be talking about core loops. Core loops are the fundamentals of game design, and if you're looking to build a game, you should know what a core loop is. So let's get started. What is a core loop? Core loop is the central gameplay through which your entire game is going to be built around. So if you're not thinking about your core loop, your players might hop in, and they might not find a lot of cohesion to the game that you're trying to make. The reason for this is that your core loop is your minute-to-minute interaction that your player has with your game. No matter what stage they are in the game, whether it's their first day or they're 30 days into the game, they're going to be interacting with your core loop in some meaningful way. It's the most repeated set of actions in the game. So if you don't pay attention to your core loop and you don't make it fun, inherently your game is not going to be fun. And it's the engine that enables your players to progress through your game. So we're going to go through a few examples here in a minute, but you're going to see as these repeated actions, these are slowly going to move your player towards what they eventually want to get to in your game. So starting off, let's go with a very traditional, very classic core loop, and that is the core loop of a role-playing game. So in a role-playing game, this is typically what you're going to see as the core loop for the game. Your players are going to explore your world. They're going to fight monsters in some capacity, whether it's with a sword or whether it's with a gun or whether it's with battle of words, maybe, right? And after defeating those enemies, they're going to get either items that they can sell for money, or they're going to get gear that they're going to be able to equip. But long story short, they're going to be able to power up and become stronger so that they can explore new worlds, fight stronger monsters, get better items to explore even better worlds, to fight even stronger monsters, to upgrade to even better armor, etc., etc., etc. So you can see how this loop occurs, whether it's day one and you're exploring the world for the first time, fighting your very first monster, or you're an end game player and you're at the final dungeon of the game, fighting the hardest monster to get the best gear in the game. Moving on, and I wanted to take a step outside of games for a minute, video games at least, and let's talk about a very popular sport here in the US. It's baseball. When a lot of people think about baseball, they think about stealing bases, hitting home runs, but those things actually have nothing to do with the core loop of baseball. The core loop of baseball is actually that the pitcher throws the ball to the catcher, the ball is fielded, typically by the catcher, then the ball is returned to the pitcher. And this might seem boring on paper, but actually the most interesting games of baseball end up being called perfect games, in which the pitcher actually only interacts with this core loop and they strike out every batter that's in the game. Right. So bringing it back, let's go with a Roblox example here and let's talk about Jailbreak. What is Jailbreak's core loop? In Jailbreak, you explore the world, you complete an objective, and then you're able to, with the money that you earn, you're able to power up so that you can do better things in the game, explore different areas, etc. But you might be thinking, well, Dan, you could be a cop or a robber and they fundamentally play differently. Yes, but cops and robbers actually interact with the core loop in different but still meaningful ways. So here in blue, I have my cops. In a minute, you're going to see orange. That's for our robbers. And let's talk about how they interact with each of these aspects of the core loop. So for a police officer, you're going to be searching the town for a criminal to detain. And obviously, as a criminal, you're going to be searching town for a crime to commit, right? This leads us on to our objectives and how you complete those objectives. Obviously, as an officer, your goal is to detain the criminals. And when you detain criminals, you get currency, right? Similarly, for your robbers, you're able to commit a crime, earn currency once you successfully do that and don't get caught. Getting that currency is going to allow you to power up. You're going to be able to purchase stronger weapons. You're going to be able to purchase faster vehicles, maybe even helicopter, etc., so that you can explore more efficiently, complete objectives more efficiently, power up to even better stuff, etc. So you can see how this loop occurs for Jailbreak. Moving on, we could talk about Robloxian High School's core loop and how those systems are broken down. So this is the core loop I would identify for Robloxian High School. You explore the world, you attend classes, and you're able to customize your character in order to immerse further and further into the role play of the game. Maybe you buy a house, maybe you buy a skateboard, etc. Okay, so you notice there's a bunch of different systems in Robloxian High School, but they all tie back to the core loop. And that's really the key when you're working on your game. For any system that you introduce to your game, how does that interact with your core loop? That should always be a question that you're asking yourself, right? So for Robloxian High School, in the exploration area, this comes in the form of where and how. Where do you explore in the game? Well, you can explore the school, you can explore your house, or you can explore the world in general, which they're frequently updating. How do you explore? You can buy a car, you can decorate your car, you can purchase a skateboard to move faster, you can teleport to your friends or to different classes, right? And you can explore with your friends different areas of the map. You can also attend class, and there's different systems that feed into the attendance of the classes. First of all, just by showing up for class, you earn currency. There's also activities that you could do that allow you to earn currency, and there's also extra credit that gives you currency. With that currency, you can customize your world. And there's a lot of different systems that this pays off for our players, such as buying a new house, decorating it with furniture, decorating the character, purchasing different cars and different styles of cars, purchasing whatever new items the developers are creating and adding to the game frequently throughout the game. So you can see, even though there's a simple loop here, there's a lot of complexity that's added with different systems that augment that same loop. So this is where you can start thinking about how to enhance your core loop. Even if your game is live, what are ways that you can frequently make that better for your players? In the case of Robloxian High School, recently they added different activities that you could do to classes. So instead of just standing there and maybe role playing with one another, there's different activities that you could do. There's different goals that you can have. They also update the map frequently, as I said, right? And so this breathes new life into the game and how the player interacts with the core loop. There's also things that just augment the core loop, such as a seasons pass or class attendance. And this is a way to reward players for engaging with the core loop of your game. So as you're developing your game and you're thinking about new features, you can think about all the systems that you're going to build and how those tie back to your core loop. That's all I got for today. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you learned a little bit today about core loops. Hey, if you like this video, make sure you like it, comment, and subscribe, and look forward to more game design content coming along the way.